Greetings, everyone. So this, well, this is going to be silly. I'm going to move this out of the way for a moment. I'm going to show you something outrageous. So over the last few days, I've been going to McDonald's and buying Happy Meals. And I'll tell you why. Because of these ridiculous, awesome things. Now this is for the upcoming, well, actually I shouldn't say upcoming, it's already out now, the Minecraft movie. So sometime when the game first came out, I remember playing it. I was probably in my mid-30s or something like that. And yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I didn't get really into it. And by the way, I don't have all of these yet. I think I'm missing the wolf and just the regular Happy Meal toy things. So I'm going to open these up, and we're going to use some of these for referencing, for drawing. Oh, and here's the other thing that's absolutely ridiculous. I bought the Big Kids Happy Meal toy, which comes in a much bigger box. Oh wow, look at that. I actually missed out on a French fry. Yeah, awesome. Anyway, so it comes in a much bigger box. And this was a ridiculous price. I don't know what Ronnie's up to, but it came with a bigger toy, and I think there's like a few of these as well. Now I haven't opened these up yet. I saved it for doing the video here. I'm going to open them up very quickly, and I'm going to get to some drawing here in a moment. So, well, you know what? I don't know if I need to open them. This is the Creeper. Actually, I'll open that up very quickly. Okay. And it stops, so that's kind of neat. And this is B. I'm assuming it's going to look just like what's in the box, or what's on the box. Come on out of there, B. And let's see what we got here. Oh, that's pretty cool. Little flappy wings. Okay. That off to one side. This one says that it is a Diamond Block and Steve. As I said, I am missing one, but they didn't have it the last couple of times that I was there. Out of there, you. Okay. Oh, that's like instructions and something else. I don't know what is going on. Okay, so there's Steve, I guess. And assembly of cool things. I'm going to set that there for a moment. And move this off to one side. We got here, this is pink wool block and pink sheep. It's pretty easy. Neville's, the cat, is out there telling me that I gotta hurry up, get ready to do some drawing here. Okay. This might be a very similar thing to the Steve block. And which is the opening side? The side that says Minecraft. Oh, look at that. It's got a cool little sheep. That's funny and fun. Okay. Move that over there. Let's move Steve as well. This thing here, which is a skeleton. And again, it'll probably look just like what's on the box. What's his motion? Oh, I guess he just kind of shrugs. That's kind of cool. And the last thing here is this, which has like a taped top. That's annoying. Maybe we can just pop it open on the bottom. That's easier. And we got Grimace. I guess a free skin offer. Does this open? What is... Well, that's kind of... I don't know what that is. Why? Anyway, so there you go. I guess Grimace. Hooray. That's kind of disappointing, weirdly enough. Well, here's the plan. Now, got that fry there as well. The concept of drawing these creatures and stuff, in my mind, would be to use graph paper, but I don't have any graph paper, and I don't know if we need it because we're artsy, right? Artsy people don't need that stuff, so I'm going to bring out something else to show you, and this is also going to help with how I'm going to reference things. I have these at my house. Cubes. Now these are pretty neat, and there are different versions of them, of course. You know, this is sort of like the classic one, the 3x3. You can also get like a 4x4. If you're feeling up to it, you can get like a 5x5. And if you really want to waste your time, this is a 7x7. Of course, you can get, you know, up to, I think, 21, maybe 24. Anyway, you can get puzzle cubes in all varieties of suffering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep some of these here, which will be good for reference sake, and I'm just going to stack those off to one side, and you know, I'll be able to move that around to figure out a couple of things. So the main thing that I'm going to draw will be one of these, and I think this is kind of like one of the main creatures. And the reason why I say that is when you look at the name Minecraft, the A has a little creeper face in it. So I'm going to focus on that, and let's see where we can go. Now, as I said, we're not using graph paper. We're going to do something much craftier. I'm going to move those off to one side, and I'll clean that up after. So I'm going to use this as a reference, and if I need to, I can bring out this for tilting purposes. But I mean, since I have this here, I can get away with not having to use that. But I have it anyway. Well, let's lay that down. I'm going to use two different greens, a lighter one and then one that's a little more olive color. And the object for this will be to use the lighter one to rough in what I want. And it doesn't have to be perfectly accurate, mainly because this is just sketchbook fun. I don't know if you can see that. Let's zoom in a little bit here. What I am doing, though, is I'm ensuring that some of what I'm going to do keeps some kind of edge of some kind, if that makes sense. And interesting. Now they have kind of a unique face. They kind of look like they're crying. Or screaming. How about that? They're screaming. I'm trying to make sure that some things kind of line up with where I did the outside of that part of the square, and then the bottom kind of would line up with the bottom parts of the squares of the eyes, for example. And they're kind of like pumpkin faces, aren't they? A little something like that. So that's what I did. Let's see if we can get this to stay kind of there, because I seem to be missing out on doing that. So that's what I did very quickly. Next thing, I'm going to bring out the other darker marker. Actually, before I do that, no, I have the other darker marker. I'm going to sort of quickly fill that in just a little bit. I'm treating these blocks like they're just piles of grass. I will bring out the lighter marker here in a moment. Now I suppose I could have drawn one of these like it was that elephant foot style stomping version, but we don't have to. We're just doing this for fun. Now I have the lighter one here again. I'm just going to throw little directional strands or pieces of grass around. Because I'm silly, I am going to get out my paintbrush and water when it's all said and done. And for fun, let everything blend together. Now back with the darker one here again. We'll just throw in a little bit more grass for texture. And we'll fill in that face a little bit. We may use a pen as well. Go a little bit darker where the shadow might fall, and then loose for the bales. A little bit darker underneath the head, and then loose again. Go darker here because they stomp around. Dark around the bottom. So that's interesting. Let's fill in a little bit more inside the mouth. That pumpkin-y face. A little bit more in the eyes. Interesting. Now, we're going to smooth out some of that stuff. Now, for those of you that play, you would know that this is considered one of the mobs. And I only know a little bit about this stuff because I've watched people play. It's actually pretty fascinating, the kind of things that people have done inside the game. They've built like replicas of actual in real life things, or they've built very complex machines, which I think is amazing. Yeah, no, you can do all kinds of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, this is considered one of the mobs. You know, like Steve, it's kind of a mob. Zombies, ocelots, which are like cats. From my understanding, creepers and cats don't go well together. They don't get along. There's Endermen, skeletons, of course, which I have one of the little toys of. Wolves, which I don't have. There's a lot of different creatures. There's like dragons and... Anyway, I'm just rambling on. But it is pretty neat, though, what people have done. And I haven't seen the movie yet either, mind you, so I think that'll be entertaining. Jack Black has been pretty funny in the like Jumanji movies. So I think that could be kind of fun at some point to check out the movie for laughs. Maybe learn a little bit more about what goes on in this wonderful world. So there you go. That's a creeper. I have an idea now. Now we're going to bring out my pen, and I'm going to do some work around the outside, and it might spread out a little bit too because, well, the ink in my pen is also water soluble. So, but what we're doing now is we're just going to add some kind of like definition to some of the parts. I'm just kind of scooting around the outside of the mouth here, letting certain things kind of round out a little bit too. We'll add a little bit around the face here. It's kind of fun. Some of it blow in the wind too, why not? I tried not to put too much water around the outside because I knew that I was going to try to do this. Okay. Now, something that's kind of funny is a lot of the games that I remember playing when I was a kid, they had graphics kind of like this. So like Super Mario was kind of like this. So I'm quite familiar with fun pixelated things like this. Of course, graphics changed over the years, but that doesn't mean that the games all automatically became better. Better graphics doesn't always mean better game. I think I would have showed you Katamari Damacy, and how that was such a really fun game to play. There you go. That is a quick and easy Minecraft creeper. Well, folks, I think that's it for now. The next video, I'm going to see if I can draw a sword without actually having to need graph paper. So tune in for the next one, and maybe we'll have a sword here on the same page. So that could be kind of fun. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and come back again, see what other kind of fun stuff we can do. All right, ciao for now.